Hello, everyone. Are you ready to go mad?
Not really.
Oh, I'm sorry, but welcome to Mad Space.
Not this level.
The bane of everyone's existence.
Well, to be fair, at least it's a pretty looking level.
Well, the
Yeah,
level
6 out
might
of
look
10.
nice, but that doesn't really mean much if it's not fun to play now, does it?
Well,
6
you
out
gotta give it credit for at least that, you know?
Well, and the music. The music's nice too.
It's nice. It's the music attempting to keep you calm as you lose your mind in this place.
So smooth jazz helps keep people calm now.
I guess. Or
So-
it is relaxing music. I like to think.
So it's similar to the music in every big level in Sonic Adventure 1?
I wouldn't really say that's jazz per se.
No, they do different genres.
Wait, why?
No, but I
why
wouldn't
were,
really classify. I wouldn't classify that as like jazz.
Why was
There's-
Rouge's ears moving back then?
But over this,
I think Ramon wanted to. I think Ramon wanted to say breast, but he just thought of the ears first instead.
No. I'm talking about the ears. Why were her ears moving in the middle of like that cutscene when everything else was still?
For some reason, whenever Rouge picks up any item, her ears and her assets jiggle for some reason. I don't know why. Blame
Okay,
Sega.
alright,
as fan service.
That's
yeah.
a really weird fan service in regards to the ears.
especially for what's
For-
basically a
I don't-
kid's game.
I don't know, furry fetish. Remember, this is Japan coming to America, where standards are different.
Very true, but still.
But still, in regards to the level, what makes it so shitty? For those who don't know, it's the gravity. Well, for me personally, it's just mostly the gravity. I couldn't really care less that it's huge because I tend to have an easier time with larger levels than smaller, condensed.
I'm on the opposite spectrum. I can't stand how open this level is.
No, I like. Well, it's mostly the fact that it's more open. Like, there's less rooms to worry about. I just don't like it when there's a bunch of room because to me it's hard to memorize in a 3D game sometimes. Like, depending on how it's designed. Obviously.
The gravity
even-
in this like one thing to add is the gravity in this level is kind of half-assed, where like some parts you can walk through on, but some parts you have to climb like this. So
Yeah, it's really inconsistent, especially when you go directly under the planets, if you want to call it that. Because that's when the controls and the camera does not want to agree with each other.
so pretty much cameras shit like every Sonic Adventure game.
Yeah,
Well, to be fair, almost every Sonic game in general.
except for the ones that are just linear and straightforward.
Yeah, like
Well,
colors.
It's kind of hard to like screw up like a 2D platformer's camera.
Well,
You have to
not 2D,
really
like,
try.
3D levels, 3D games like Sonic Unleashed or Sonic Colors.
Like speaking of bad 2D cameras, is it like Bubsy the only 2D game I know with bad camera?
Oh no, there's
Probably more. We
There's
just don't know any
plenty
of them
of
because they're that
games
shitty.
There's plenty of games that are really bad at cameras. I think the worst offender is just screen crunch.
Well, screen crunch isn't necessarily the camera per se.
It's still
That's more screen real estate than anything.
Yeah, but it still involves a camera. You can't see anything. You can't see everything, and with things like falling out of nowhere or you just running right into things simply because you had little to no time to notice and react to it. Especially for a Sonic game, where if the objective is to move finish levels fast as possible, well, it really freaking sucks if I'm constantly running into like spike walls or badly placed enemies and stuff like that. That's just bad.
Is this
but
is
still.
this a confirmation of an eventual Sonic Genesis LP?
Oh, we're gonna do that at some point.
At some point, but right now it doesn't deserve.
And let me tell you this: from what I've played, I can't stand Marble Zone.
Well, I can't even stand Green Hill Zone in Sonic Genesis.
No, I can tolerate Green Hill Zone just because it's Green Hill Zone. I can get through it quickly. I can't tolerate Marble Zone though. I hate that zone on Sonic Genesis. It's terrible. And believe me, I tried multiple times. It's not very easy.
I'm trying to imagine how a Sonic Genesis 2 would look.
I managed to reach Labyrinth Zone. I know I'm a loser.
Wait, how does that make you a loser for reaching it?
If anything,
Tough
you're
out,
more of a
imagine tough
masochist than us.
Well, it's mostly because I toughed out the game. That's what makes me a loser.
Jerome confirmed for Scrub.
Could have picked a better game, something else.
You could have.
But
You could have picked Mega Man and Bass.
Well, no, I'll take Mega Man and Bass over Sonic Genesis.
Well, yeah.
No, I think I'd rather take Sonic Genesis.
Wait,
No,
what? No,
no.
Like,
no.
at least Mega Man Base has functional stuff in there.
The thing is, Mega Man and Base, yes, it's not laggy, it's not choppy as shit, but it's still a familiar game to me, so I can tolerate that. The fact that Mega Man and Base is already hard as it is on the SNES, well then, fuck it. I'd rather deal with the game more familiar to me.
Nah,
Nah,
but, like, at
I'll
least
take the-
Mega
I'll
Man
take the
Base
well-
plays well, you know?
I'll take the better designed game.
It plays well, yes, like it's still functional. It's just, well, if you're gonna play GBA, you screen crunch. If you're gonna play SNES, then that's different. Like, I'd rather play the SNES version. If you're gonna say SNES version, yes, I would rather play that. But if you're gonna compare two games that are on the same platform, then no.
Well,
But
to be
here's the
honest,
thing,
I
right?
think-
Can you actually say that Sonic Genesis plays well? Like, that's the difference.
It depends on what context and plays well.
Well,
It's functional.
yeah, it's functional. It's fun to play.
I disagree. Like, okay, there's a difference between something that's fun to play and something that's functional. You can have a functional game, but it's not fun to play to you.
Okay, then let's rephrase the question. Do you think that Sonic Genesis is fun to play in its current form?
In its current form.
In like the GBA form, the way it's meant to be played and all.
I can't.
This really shouldn't take you that long to answer.
Well, that's
Drew.
because I can't admit both games are fun in their own right. It's just, like I said, I'd rather pick a game I'm more familiar with. Like I mean, Mega Man Base is like their own their own game, right? Well, Sonic Genesis is just a supposed remake of like already.
It's just a shit
game.
port of a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I'd rather play a shit port than a game that's already designed to be hard as it is. And it's like if you try to play the GBA version, well, then you're just asking yourself for a fuck ton of trouble.
Well, like personally for me, I don't think Mega Man Base is a bad game. It's a game that makes me angry, yes, but it's not a bad game per se.
I'm not saying it's a bad game either. I'm just saying it's a difficult game, and I'd rather not deal with a game that's difficult and it's just even more so in a port because said screen crunch.
To me, at the end of the day, I'd rather take a game that's difficult but tolerable than a game that, while is familiar to me, is also not very fun. And honestly, I'd just rather play the original, if anything.
I know this is way off topic, but it's a treasure hunting stage. There's not much to say about it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we've seen one. We've pretty much seen them all.
But I gotta say
is,
that
what
the hell is up
hurt
there?
is more tolerable to deal with. Well, I assume we're in the outside of the canon, like we're just like flying around and sort of. But what was I trying to say? What are we comparing Sonic Genesis to? Are we comparing Mega Man and Base like GBA or Mega Man
GBA.
and Base? And that's again, like, that's what I'm saying though. The SNES game was already hard as it is, especially if you're playing as Mega Man. But the port is just even worse because it's screen crunch. You have little to no reaction time to a lot of enemy placements or hazards for that matter.
But couldn't you also argue the same for Sonic Genesis?
Yes, but since the original Sonic the Hedgehog wasn't designed to be that difficult, it's just more a matter of familiarity.
Well, granted, not everybody who plays the game will be familiar with it their first time.
Well,
But like also, I can see what Jerome means with like Mega Man games in general are harder than your average Sonic game.
No, I get his point, and I understand what he's saying.
I'm just saying it's in my perspective, not really the general audience. Because obviously, the general audience, if you haven't played Sonic the Hedgehog before, you're gonna have yourself a really bad time. But for me, who's already played Sonic the Hedgehog, a million times at this point, at least I know the level design to an extent, so I know what to expect, and to me that's much easier to digest than a game that's designed to be difficult, where it's just even worse because, well, again, I keep mentioning it over and over again, but the screen crunch, I just can't stand that. It's bad enough that it's hard. It's already difficult enough that the game is designed to be difficult. Now I have something that hinders my view. And then I'm constantly dying now because the level's already hard as it is, and I'm falling for screen crunch problems.
I can respect that.
Yeah, I can understand that point. I don't necessarily agree with it 100%, but I can see why you think that.
So wait, why is there a city upside down up there?
It's not a city. It's just weird things that are sticking out of the
It's just
bottom of the arc.
it's just like electronic mumbo jumbo from the arc.
Science.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
science.
Unrealistic architecture.
Okay,
Well,
so,
to be fair, this is the grandfather of the same person who built a cannon that points directly down to their floor to try to kill Sonic.
When you say it like that, you can really understand how Eggman became who he is.
well, we're not really clear what Gerald really wanted to do. Okay, obviously, if you were to play Shadow the Hedgehog, apparently this cannon was meant to, destroy the Black Comet once it shows up, but at the same time, you also have this said cannon, pointing towards the Earth, and you don't really tell anybody, not even the government, why you have a cannon. I mean, I kind of see why the government would get so paranoid.
Wait, I just have a question, right? Did he build the cannon after Maria died?
Before.
No,
it
wait,
was,
sorry.
No, it was there way before.
Yeah,
Okay, because then that makes a lot more sense why Gunn actually raided the actual place. Like, you have a cannon pointing towards Earth. Of course, someone is going, like, the military is going to raid your place just to get rid of it.
I mean, this is a stretch because I'm pretty sure there's no official, there's no, official information about this, but in one of the levels of Shadow the Hedgehog, there is a mission where you have to kill all the artificial chaos, which were, as the context of the story went, they went out of control. So, I'm guessing after seeing a travesty like that, said weapons that are even under even human control, I guess they just got worried that Gerald might take things too far or something like that.
This is like Souls level lore right now.
At the same time, they didn't have to necessarily try to kill them for that if that was the case.
That's just bad on that's just bad on
Yeah, just put him under arrest. You don't have to kill him.
Yeah, Gunn seems like a super incompetent agency.
Because I believe this is what I saw on the wiki. I'm not sure if this is from the comics or what, but they did go into detail as apparently they're asking Gerald to step down from his work, but he didn't want to. He ended up sending random shit at them back to Earth that could potentially kill everybody. I think one of them was Emerald if you play Sonic Battle.
Then why didn't they just like cut his funding or something?
Because America.
That's probably.
But I thought America was based on like money.
The thing is, the United Federation. They're based off of the United States, so it's like America, because America.
Yeah, honestly, that's the best answer you can get because America.
So time for another shitty rival battle.
What else?
Yeah,
is there?
this one can either be quick or be rather annoying. Because
so basically, like all shitty rival battles.
And also, it breaks a lot of laws of physics.
Also, to actually beat this level quick, just do the ground pound. I don't know. I forgot what you call it. If it's even called.
I don't really think it has a name.
Because it's the only move. It's the only move that Knuckles or Rouge won't block.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to block something like that.
So wait, if you're in zero gravity, right? Why isn't the lava like falling up?
I don't know.
Don't worry about that.
Science.
Sonic logic. Also, why aren't they floating?
Don't worry about that.
Science. A wizard did it. A scientific wizard did it.
This scene would be a lot more dramatic if their lip syncing would match what they were saying.
Yeah. Wait, but Knuckles isn't a hunter.
Yeah, he is.
Isn't he just a guardian of Angel Island?
No, they also named him as a treasure hunter.
Also, let us just point out that she can fly.
Yeah. That she's a bat.
Yeah, she's a bat.
Wow, your hands are freakishly huge.
Well, he is also wearing the shovel claws.
That's part I don't understand though. He has those hammer gloves, which are those big square things that he has on his fist. How is he holding on? How is he holding onto her hand like that?
Well, I mean, it's only on the top part of his hand. He still has the rest of his hand usable. Oh, by the way, I'd like to confirm that Knuckles does indeed have fingers.
Did they take? Oh yeah, didn't they have him take it off at one point?
I
In the
believe so.
comics?
I believe so. In the comics, he took it off, and on top of that, in Sonic X, he also did point a finger.
Well, you can technically point a finger with gloves.
Well, not with those, not with boxing gloves.
Yeah.
Master Emerald just disappeared.
So does Rouge just disappear from the story now?
Yeah, she
Not
kinda,
exactly.
She kind of just wanders around until like the very end. Because
She's probably on her way back to the Angel Isle trying to steal the Master Emerald again.
even though Knuckles hasn't even brought it back yet.
She
She'll try
has
her
she
best.
yeah she has some traps waiting.